Hey there, you're looking kind of cute. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all my other socials. Enjoy. Artificial light wakes her up. The red numbers on the clock say 06:34. She squints, trying to see through her half-closed eyes. It feels like there's sand in them. As her eyes adjust to the light, she slowly wakes up. Her dreams fade away, leaving only a sweet and empty feeling. It's Saturday, but something feels strange. She shivers, and goosebumps rise on her skin. A cold feeling spreads through her body. She feels heavy and slow as she wakes up. She stays still, afraid to move. Something feels wrong, like she forgot something important, or someone is outside her door. The first thing she sees is hair. Long auburn hair spread out on the pillow like a spill. Her fingers shake as they reach up to touch it. It feels soft and real. It's not a wig or fake hair. It's growing from her head and goes past her shoulder blades. "What the hell?" The voice came out higher, softer. Throat muscles contracted in panic. That wasn't right. That wasn't how vocal cords were supposed to work. Throwing off the navy blue comforter revealed more impossibilities. The gray t-shirt stretched differently across the chest, tenting over curves that shouldn't exist. Underneath, the body had transformed completely. Breasts rose and fell with each panicked breath. Hips flared wider. Everything between the legs had changed into female anatomy. Bare feet hit the hardwood floor. The full-length mirror beside the dresser reflected a stranger, a woman with flowing auburn hair, delicate features, and unmistakably feminine proportions. The face retained some familiar elements, like the shape of the eyes and the small scar above the left eyebrow from a childhood accident, but softer now. Prettier. This isn't happening. But it was. Every touch confirmed the new reality. Smooth skin, where coarse hair once grew, curves where angles used to be. The transformation was complete and undeniable. The phone on the nightstand showed 17 missed calls, all from Rachel, the ex-girlfriend who worked at that research facility downtown, the one who'd screamed, "You'll regret this," when things ended 3 weeks ago. Oh God, Rachel, what did you do? Fingers fumbled with the phone, nearly dropping it twice. Her number still sat in the recent calls list. The line rang once, twice, 3 times. "Good morning, Corey." Or should I say, "Cora, how are you feeling?" Rachel's voice dripped with satisfaction. In the background, equipment hummed and beeped. She was at her lab. "What did you do to me?" "I gave you exactly what you deserve. You thought you could just walk away? After 2 years? After everything I did for you? You turned me into a woman." The virus I designed specifically targets Y chromosomes. It rewrites genetic code at the cellular level. Fascinating work, really. Took me months to perfect. You're the first successful human trial. The room spun, knees buckled, forcing a collapse onto the bed's edge. "Change me back." Can't. Won't. The transformation is permanent. Every cell in your body now contains double X chromosomes. You're 100% biologically female. Congratulations. "This is insane. This is illegal. I'm calling the police." "Go ahead. Explain to them how your ex-girlfriend created a gender-changing virus. See how that goes." The line went dead. Hands shook while dialing 911. The operator's calm voice asked about the emergency. "My ex-girlfriend? She's a virologist. She infected me with something that changed my body." "Sir, are you saying you've been poisoned?" "Ma'am, I was male yesterday. Now I'm female. She did this on purpose. I'm dispatching officers to your location. Are you in immediate danger?" "I don't know, maybe. She has access to viruses. She could do this to other people." 20 minutes later, 2 officers stood in the living room. The male cop kept staring while his female partner took notes. "You're saying Dr. Rachel Chen created a virus that changed your biological sex overnight?" "Yes, she admitted it on the phone. Said it rewrites chromosomes or something." "Do you have any proof? Medical records showing you were male?" "My driver's license, my passport, everything." The documents clearly showed Corey Matthews, male. The photo looked similar enough to cause double takes, but definitely masculine. The female officer frowned. We'll need to verify this with medical tests, and we'll bring Dr. Chen in for questioning. This is unprecedented. What am I supposed to do? I can't go to work like this. I can't see my family. One step at a time. First, we document everything. Then we figure out next steps. The investigation moved faster than expected. Rachel's laboratory contained detailed notes about the virus development, including specific mentions of targeting CM for testing. Security footage showed her removing vials from cold storage the night before the transformation. Her colleagues confirmed she'd been working on revolutionary genetic modification techniques. Within 48 hours, she sat in custody facing charges ranging from assault to illegal human experimentation. Her lawyer argued entrapment and coercion, but the evidence was overwhelming. The medical tests confirmed complete biological transformation. XX chromosomes in every cell sample. Fully functional female reproductive system. Hormone levels consistent with a woman in her 20s. The doctors stood baffled. "This shouldn't be possible," Dr. Martinez said, reviewing the results for the 5th time. "But it happened. You're female now in every measurable way. Can it be reversed? We don't even understand how it happened in the first place. Attempting to reverse it could be dangerous, even fatal. The virus rewrote your entire genetic structure." Days blurred together. The apartment became a prison. Male clothes hung useless in the closet, while online orders of female clothing arrived in brown boxes. Sports bras and underwear first, necessities. Then jeans that fit the new hip measurements. Shirts that accommodated the chest. The first time wearing a dress happened by accident. The delivery driver knocked while laundry ran, leaving only a borrowed emerald green cocktail dress that Rachel had left behind. It fit perfectly, which felt like another cruel joke. The mirror reflected elegance and femininity. "This is my life now." The name change came next. Corey became Ruby at the suggestion of the lawyer handling the case. "You need documentation that matches your appearance. It'll make everything easier. Bank accounts, employment, insurance." "Ruby Matthews? Unless you prefer something else?" "No, Ruby works." The hearing for Rachel's trial required testimony. The courthouse steps stretched endlessly upward. The green cocktail dress seemed appropriate, evidence of the transformation forced upon an unwilling victim. Silver heels clicked against marble floors. Rachel sat at the defendant's table in an orange jumpsuit. Her expression showed no remorse. "State your name for the record." "Ruby Matthews, formerly Corey Matthews." "Please describe the events of October 15th. The testimony flowed out, waking up transformed. The phone call, Rachel's confession, the medical confirmation of complete biological change. The jury listened with mixture of fascination and horror. "Dr. Chen told you the transformation was permanent?" "Yes, she said she designed it that way specifically." Rachel's lawyer tried to paint a picture of a bitter breakup, mutual threats, consensual experimentation. But the evidence spoke louder. The virus notes, the security footage, the premeditation. The verdict came back guilty on all counts. 15 years minimum sentence. Outside the courthouse, reporters shouted questions. The green dress swished in the wind while heels navigated around microphones. "How does it feel to see justice served?" "It doesn't change what happened to me." "Will you pursue civil charges?" "I just want to move forward." But moving forward meant accepting the new reality. The apartment needed rearranging. The closet purged of all male clothing, replaced with a female wardrobe. The bathroom cabinet filled with different products. Everything changed to match the new life. Work presented challenges. The marketing firm where Corey had built a reputation now met Ruby with confusion. HR struggled with paperwork while colleagues whispered in break rooms. "I'm still the same person, same skills, same experience." "Of course," the director said, not meeting her eyes. "We just need time to adjust." The adjustment period lasted 2 weeks before the restructuring eliminated the position. The severance package felt like hush money. New job applications went out. Ruby Matthews had no employment history. Explaining the gap meant revealing the transformation. Most interviews ended quickly after that. "We're looking for someone with more Traditional experience. Your qualifications seem inconsistent. We don't think you'd be a good fit for our company culture. 6 months passed, the savings account dwindled, the green cocktail dress hung in the closet beside other dresses accumulated through necessity and acceptance. Each morning brought the same reflection: auburn hair flowing past shoulders, feminine features, a woman's body. The support group for assault victims met Thursday evenings in a church basement, metal folding chairs arranged in a circle, coffee brewing in the corner. Everyone there had survived trauma that changed their lives. I'm Ruby. My ex-girlfriend was a virologist. She infected me with an engineered virus that transformed me from male to female. The change is permanent. Silence. Then gradual acceptance. These people understood having your body violated, your identity stolen, your life derailed by someone else's actions. How do you cope? One day at a time, I'm learning to live as Ruby because I don't have a choice. Corey is gone. The facilitator, a woman named Diana with graying hair, nodded. Trauma forces us to rebuild ourselves. Sometimes the person we become is stronger than who we were. I don't feel strong. I feel like I'm wearing a costume I can't take off. That feeling fades. Trust me, I've been where you are. After the meeting, Diana pulled Ruby aside. I run a small consulting firm. We help businesses with marketing strategies. I could use someone with your background. You'd hire me, knowing my history? Because of your history. You've survived something unimaginable. That takes strength. Plus, your portfolio speaks for itself. The job offer felt like sunshine after months of rain. A chance to work, to contribute, to build Ruby Matthews into more than just a victim of circumstance. The first day required choosing an outfit carefully. A navy blue blazer over a white blouse. Gray pencil skirt, low black heels, professional but not flashy. The auburn hair pulled back in a simple ponytail. Diana's firm occupied a small suite downtown. 3 other employees, all women, welcomed the new addition warmly. We heard about your case. Rachel Chen deserved every year of that sentence. Thanks, I'm trying to focus on the future now. The work felt familiar. Creating campaigns, analyzing market trends, designing strategies. The skills transferred seamlessly between identities. Clients responded well to Ruby's insights and presentations. Months became a year. The green cocktail dress still hung in the closet, but surrounded now by a full wardrobe. Each morning meant choosing how to present Ruby Matthews to the world. The reflection in the mirror became less foreign, more accepted. Dating seemed impossible at first. How to explain the situation, when to reveal the truth. The first few attempts ended in disaster. You used to be a man? This is too weird for me. I can't handle that kind of baggage. But Casey was different. They met at a bookstore, both reaching for the same novel. Hazel eyes crinkled with laughter, short dark hair styled in a modern cut. The conversation flowed naturally from books to coffee to dinner. Tell me about yourself, Ruby. It's complicated. I like complicated. The truth came out over pasta and wine. Casey listened without interrupting, processing the information with thoughtful nods. That must have been terrifying, waking up in a different body. It was. Some days it still is. But you're here now, you survived, you rebuilt your life. I had to. The alternative was letting Rachel win. Casey reached across the table, fingers intertwining. I see you as you are now, Ruby Matthews, the woman sitting across from me. The relationship developed slowly. Casey understood the need for patience, for Ruby to set boundaries and pace. First dates became regular meetings. Coffee grew into dinners. Dinners evolved into weekend trips. The green cocktail dress made another appearance at Casey's sister's wedding. Ruby stood as a bridesmaid, auburn hair styled elegantly, silver heels carrying her down the aisle. The transformation complete not just in body, but in life. From victim to survivor to woman living fully. Rachel's parole hearing arrived 3 years into her sentence. Ruby attended, wearing a charcoal gray suit and burgundy blouse. The woman who destroyed one life to create another sat behind reinforced glass, prison having aged her rapidly. I've served enough time. I made a mistake in anger. I deserve a second chance." The parole board turned to Ruby for a victim impact statement. Rachel Chen didn't make a mistake. She spent months engineering a virus designed to erase who I was. She stole my identity, my body, my future. I've rebuilt my life as Ruby Matthews, but I'll never be who I was before. That person is gone forever because of her deliberate actions. Parole denied. Rachel returned to her cell for the remainder of her sentence. Outside the prison, Casey waited by the car. "How do you feel?" "Relieved, like that chapter is finally closing." "And the next chapter?" "We write that together." The drive home passed in comfortable silence. The radio played classic rock while scenery blurred past windows. Ruby's hand rested on Casey's knee, the engagement ring catching sunlight. Their house sat on a quiet street lined with oak trees. 2 bedrooms, one converted to a home office for the consulting business Ruby now co-owned with Diana. The closet held a rainbow of clothing options, though the green cocktail dress maintained its special place. "Remember when you first wore that dress?" "Hard to forget. I was terrified." "You looked beautiful, still do." "I was playing a part then, now it's just me." The wedding planning consumed months, choosing flowers, tasting cakes, selecting music. Ruby stood for fittings in white gowns, each one transforming her into a bride. The woman in the mirror bore no resemblance to Corey Matthews, and that felt right. Diana agreed to give Ruby away. The older woman had become a mentor, friend, almost a mother figure. "You've come so far from that scared person in the support group." "I had help. You gave me a chance when no one else would." "I saw potential. You proved me right." The ceremony took place in spring. Cherry blossoms decorated the venue in pink and white. Guests filled both sides of the aisle, colleagues, friends made as Ruby, even some family members who'd eventually accepted the change. The auburn hair was styled in an elegant updo with small flowers woven throughout. The dress flowed like water, pure white silk that moved with each step. Casey waited at the altar in a tailored black suit, tears already forming. "Do you, Ruby Matthews, take Casey Morgan?" "I do." The words carried weight beyond the ceremony. They represented full acceptance of who Ruby had become, not a costume worn reluctantly, but an identity embraced completely. The reception flowed with laughter and dancing. The green cocktail dress had been retired, replaced by the wedding gown that marked a new beginning. But its significance remained, the first step in a journey from victim to survivor to a woman living authentically. Rachel's letters arrived sporadically from prison. Apologies mixed with justifications, requests for forgiveness alongside denials of true wrongdoing. Ruby read each one before adding them to the file her lawyer maintained. She wants to meet, says she has information about reversing the virus. There is no reversal, we both know that. You don't want to hear her out? I'm Ruby Matthews, I'm married, I have a career, I have a life. Why would I want to reverse that? The business thrived. Ruby's unique perspective on transformation and adaptation resonated with clients facing their own changes. The firm expanded, hiring more consultants, taking on bigger projects. Years accumulated. The auburn hair developed subtle gray streaks that Ruby chose not to dye. Laugh lines appeared around eyes that had cried so many tears in those early days. The body that once felt foreign became simply home. Casey and Ruby adopted 2 children, siblings who needed parents willing to understand feeling different, feeling changed by circumstances beyond control. The family portraits on the mantle showed 4 smiling faces, each having found their place. Mama Ruby, tell us the story about the green dress. Again? You've heard it 100 times. Please? The children curled up on either side as Ruby began the familiar tale. How someone tried to hurt her but only made her stronger. How she had to learn to be brave in new ways. How sometimes the worst things that happen lead to the best things. And then what happened? Then I met your other mom, and then we found you too. And then we all lived happily ever after. Just like a fairy tale. Better, because it's real. The green cocktail dress hung in the back of the master bedroom closet, preserved carefully. A reminder of the first day Ruby Matthews stepped into the world. The silver heels sat beneath it, still wearable for special occasions. Rachel's release date approached. 15 years had passed faster than expected. The woman who emerged from prison looked older, smaller, diminished. She sent one final letter. "I've had time to think about what I did. I wanted to hurt you, to take away who you were. Instead, I see now that I gave you the chance to become who you were meant to be. I hope someday you can forgive me." Ruby read the letter to Casey over morning coffee. "Will you respond? What would I say? Thank you for violating my body and destroying my life? Or thank you for forcing me to discover I'm stronger than I knew? She doesn't deserve my forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't for her, it's for you." The response took weeks to write, simple and direct. "Rachel, I survived what you did to me. I built a life as Ruby Matthews that's fuller and richer than anything I had before, not because of you, but in spite of you. I forgive you because holding on to anger only gives you power over me still. Live your life, I'll live mine. We're done." No reply came. Ruby didn't expect one. The consulting firm's 10th anniversary party filled the rooftop venue with clients and colleagues. Ruby stood before the crowd in an elegant black dress, raising a champagne glass. 10 years ago, Diana took a chance on someone who'd lost everything, who didn't know who she was anymore, who was still learning to walk in heels. Laughter rippled through the crowd. That scared woman became a business owner, a wife, a mother. She learned that identity isn't just about the body we're born in or the names we're given. It's about the choices we make, the lives we build, the people we choose to become. Casey raised a glass from the crowd, wedding ring glinting. To transformation, to resilience, to becoming who we're meant to be. To Ruby Matthews, Diana added, who proved that our greatest challenges can become our greatest strengths. The glasses clinked together in celebration. Music started playing. The auburn-haired woman in the black dress danced with her wife while their children ran between tables. The green cocktail dress stayed home in the closet, its job complete. Later that night, after the children were asleep and the house had settled into quiet, Ruby stood before the bedroom mirror. The reflection showed a middle-aged woman with auburn hair touched by silver, laugh lines earned through joy and sorrow, a body that had journeyed from one identity to another. "No regrets?" Casey asked from the bed. "How can I regret becoming who I am? Every step led me here, even the painful ones. Even waking up that morning? Especially that morning. Corey Matthews had a good life, but Ruby Matthews has an extraordinary one." The lights went out. Morning would bring new challenges, new opportunities, new chances to help others transform their own lives. But tonight, Ruby Matthews slept peacefully in the body that had once felt like a prison and now felt like home. The green cocktail dress waited in the closet, a silent witness to the journey from that first terrifying day to this moment of complete acceptance. Not just acceptance of what couldn't be changed, but gratitude for who Ruby had become. The transformation was complete, not just male to female, but victim to survivor, survivor to thriver. The virus had changed her body. Ruby had changed her own life.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my other socials if you want more content, early access, behind the scenes, and more. All links down below.